One more time. You ready? You ready, Brad? We're so happy to have you guys here today. Y'all ready to have a good time today? If you just clap your hands like this, real simple, real simple, real simple. Real simple. Here we go. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. Come on, say it. But if you are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Come on, say it. Come on, say it. So if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Come on, say it. Lean on me. We are not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. I'm gonna need somebody to lead. Just come on, brother. Yes, I will go back to me. Every time you just come on, brother. Have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody. Last time, Brad, last time. We don't need last time. We are not strong. I'll be your friend. That's how I'm going. I'll help you. Carry on. You won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Today we celebrate our liberty and our freedom and our struggle. Today we declare that when survivors speak, change happens. You are the change that happens as we navigate these difficult and tumultuous waters. So let's pray for a moment. Eternal and everlasting Father, it is again that we find ourselves standing in your presence. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears. We bow in humble submission to your will and your way as we try to unravel the madness that is perpetrating loss in our society. As we begin to heal, to restore the brokenhearted, to bind up the least, the lost, the left out, the disenfranchised. Thank you that crime survivors can still speak, that our voices have not been silent. Help us to be more determined today than ever to make a difference, to affect change, to call those things that be not as though they be. Use us in this season that we might be a reflection of your glory, of your presence, of your peace and your power. Give us courage and confidence, commitment and consistency as we tell the world that we're not ashamed of the struggle we're in. For our God is an awesome God. Be glorified, show yourself strong and mighty, and we'll forever give you all of the praise, all of the glory, and all of the honor. Amen and amen.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Survivor Speak. My name is Tara Tucker, and I'm the Texas State Director. Over the past few years, I've had the pleasure of joining in on countless legislative meetings and meetings with survivors so that we can recount our stories. And we've had lots of effect on last legislation, last session. We were successful in passing House Bill 385 and Senate Bill 957. And today I want to welcome one of our champions to join us and talk to us and welcome us to the Capitol. So it's my pleasure to welcome Representative Mary Gonzalez, who is carrying some purpose. Hey everyone, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you. I know how hard it is to share your stories of trauma, healing, resilience, but I do want to say that your stories and your voices and your advocacy have created change. We saw last session, you were able to really move a mountain, and now this session, we already had a bill voted out of committee last night that y'all have been fighting for. It takes years to change public policy in Texas, but y'all are doing it with lightning speed, and it wouldn't happen without y'all. So I just want to say thank you. Keep fighting. Keep sharing your stories. I know it's hard, but without y'all, it wouldn't happen. You are truly creating change, and I'm just honored to be in solidarity with y'all. Thank you so much.
We'll set the mic for 48 votes.
Representative Gonzalez, we really appreciate your work and your effort and what you're doing for
Then
us.
switch to input.
Sorry, can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
All right.
And then the levels, I got it down to this in the center.
All right, thank you. All right, so welcome this morning, afternoon to everyone that's here. My name is Kim Youngblood, and I am the Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice Texas statewide manager. First, I want to say thank you all for coming out here today. We really could not do this work without you guys. I am so grateful to see so many faces from so many cities around Texas. Texas is small, so y'all got up early this morning to get here, so we're so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. So I want to get us going here just to say, like all of you, I myself as well, we're here to make sure that our voices are heard. That our voices are heard throughout this Capitol and every hallway so that they understand what survivors of crime need. And you guys being here represents that. You're showing up in action. I'm sorry. So, the Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice, just so you guys know, is a national organization. We are all across the U.S. We are a network of nearly 190,000 crime survivors. It's a lot. And actually, 14,000 of those, at least 14,000 of those are from here in Texas. So you guys showing up representing for Texas means so much to me, so thank you. So what we just heard Representative Gonzalez say is that we have seen some changes be done and we cannot do this without you guys. We've shown that it is possible that when we stand up and speak out, change does truly happen. In 2021, Texas improved the probation system by passing HB 385, like Tara mentioned, to focus on rehabilitation to improve safety and save taxpayer dollars. We also urged for the passage of SB 957 so that more crime survivors would have access to victims' compensation in our state. And it's time for us now to build upon that progress. Like Representative Gonzalez said, we've already made changes and we're still going to keep moving forward. So we need you guys to be in this fight with us. We are actually here this session, we are working on making sure that we get the passage of SB 49 and HB 250. These are two bills, or two of our survivor bills, where we will ensure that all survivors are eligible for compensation to cover relocation costs after they've been victimized. Survivors should never have to choose between their safety and keeping a roof over their head. That should not be something they have to choose between. You all made it clear that as victims, what we want most is to make sure that what happened to us never happens to anyone else again. Never. When someone has access to a stable job, housing, after serving time, we want to make sure that the bills that we're working on make it less of a barrier for them to be successful in society. We believe that once you have served your time and you have been released, one of our bills that we're working on is to remove barriers to make sure that people have access to jobs, making sure that they are not being blocked from jobs because of their past records. If you've ever been a family member like myself of someone that has been in the system for something so minor, you understand that once you have a record, it's almost impossible to get a house and to get a good paying job. So one of the bills that we're working on, HB 1737, is to make sure that we have increase in automated record sealing for non-violent low offenses. This should not block people from getting a job. We're asking that over 5 million Texans have publicly available records, which are keeping them from taking care of themselves and their families. And this is just not right. It's not fair. We want to make sure that communities are safe as a whole. Another one of the bills that we are looking to also work on is HB 5114, so that people on parole have access to credits that incentivize them to keep a stable job. These bills promote accountability and safety and create a stronger workforce. Because when survivors speak, change happens. And I'm so happy to see so many different survivors from different walks of life, different experiences here together in community and healing. We all need one another. And you guys know how Texas moves, and they will listen when they see us. So I'm so happy that you guys are here in this moment with us. I want to now thank some of our CSSJ members that are going to come up and speak. I have Ms. Cynthia Horde from Houston, Texas, and Jill Henderson. Where are you? All right, I would love to hear you guys come up. I want to introduce to you Cynthia Horde.
Thank you, Kimberly. I am Cynthia Horde from Houston, and I lost a loved one to violence. I'm a proud member of Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice because our voices must be heard. A lot of people in Texas and across the country claim to speak for us. They advocate for policies and promote approaches that they say will make us safer. But we've seen that many of these policies just don't work. And when we can be doing more to end cycles of crime, it must not make us any safer to set up barriers to stable jobs and homes for those who are trying to assimilate back into society. On the contrary, it is these barriers that can lead people to going back to a life of crime and going back behind bars. We can stop the cycle of victimization by providing tools to those who want them and holding them accountable along the way. HB 5114 is a common sense way to improve safety and grow our workforce. This bill would establish earned credits for people on parole to encourage them to keep stable employment. We can also reduce barriers to jobs and housing for the 5 million Texans with a legal record. SB 499 and HB 1737 would set up an automatic process to seal low-level records so people can give back to their communities and get their lives on track. While passing SB 1628 and HB 4361 ensures that more people are eligible for record sealing, these are all proven ways to improve safety and lift up our communities. And we will make it happen because when survivors speak, thank you.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Oh, there you go. That's fine. Yes, thank you so much for those words, Cynthia. Y'all are helping me. Thank you. So now I would like to call up another one of our members, our CSSJ Austin Chapter Coordinator, Co-Chapter Coordinator, Ms. Jill Henderson.
Thank you, Kim. As Kim said, my name is Jill Henderson, and I'm the co-chapter coordinator of the Austin chapter of CSSJ. I actually lost 2 sons to violence, and one of my sons actually worked here in the Capitol, so this is a bittersweet moment for me. It brings back all kinds of different memories. Like many of you, I understand that a person's healing journey is never really over. Oftentimes, we find ourselves in cycles of trauma, trying to land on our feet. That cycle of trauma is the foundation of much of the violence and instability we've seen firsthand. That's what we're here for today. We're here to call for our elected leaders to stand with us and ensure that survivors have the help they need to heal. It is simply wrong to force victims of violence to have to choose between being safe and having a home, and also to limit which family members are eligible. SB 49 and HB 250 will increase the level of support victims can receive to cover the cost of relocation and expand eligibility to all household members and family members of victims of violence. We know that victims' compensation and housing support bring much needed stability and hope to those in grief and in pain. This will give hope to all the survivors who feel they'll never get back on their feet. Hope for the communities looking for strength, and hope that we can end cycles of victimization and make Texas safer for all. And today, we're all hopeful that we will bring safety to Texas. Because as we've already said, when survivors speak, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jill. And next up, I would like to introduce our Vice President of Crime Survivors for Safety and Justice, Mr. Aswad Thomas.
Thank you, Kim. And like many of you in this room, I'm a victim of gun violence. And like many of you in this room, I never received any services or resources to help me heal. But that must change. And I know that these times have been extremely hard for many of you, for our communities and this state. To uplift who we are and also to uplift individuals who we love that are no longer here today, I do want to take a moment as we have a moment of silence to bring up 5 amazing survivors to light a candle. So please welcome John, Audrey, Tasha, Teresa, and Fleming. And as a victim of gun violence, I light this candle for all survivors of gun violence.
Hi, my name is Audrey Brown. I light this candle for all survivors of domestic violence.
Hello, my name is Tasha Emerson, and I light this candle for all survivors of all, for childhood, sorry. My name is Tasha Emerson, and I light this candle for survivors of childhood sexual assault.
Hello, my name is Tammy Fleming, and I'd like to light this candle for all survivors that have been affected by gun violence.
My name is Teresa Sotelo, and I light this candle for all survivors of sexual assault.
Hello, my name is John Marsden, and I light this candle for all survivors of violence and gun violence.
Now, please join me in a moment of silence. And as we sit here in silence, please feel free to call out the names of your loved ones that you would like to bring into this space.
Fabian Smith.
Craig Johnson.
We are survivors. We are storytellers. We are advocates. We are organizers. And we're here to call for smart public safety solutions. And what does that look like? We need more services and resources for our communities. We need to invest more in trauma recovery centers. We need to invest more in prevention programs. We need to invest more in the organizations in this role that's on the front lines to violence. We also need to change our criminal justice system. And the voices of survivors must be at the center of public safety policymaking. So say yes if you want more victim services. So say yes if you want more trauma recovery centers. So say yes if you want more funding for your organizations. Say yes if you want a better criminal justice system. Say yes if you want safety. Say yes if you want healing. Say yes if we all need to heal each other. And say yes if legislators need to listen to us. So that's why we are here, advocating for changes to victim compensation, advocating for changes to help people get back on their feet, advocating to ensure that our communities, our families are safe, to ensure that our loved ones did not die in vain, to ensure that we get the resources and services to help us heal and recover. So when survivors speak, when survivors speak, when survivors speak. So thank you so much for joining us for our press conference as we close out this portion of the program for Survivors Speak Texas. When survivors speak, now join me as we close out with another song from Mr. Terry Frost Jr.
Before we sing this song, I want you to just take in this moment and look around where you are. You are standing in the Capitol, and your voices are being heard. And I want you to know that don't leave here today without saying what you need to say. All right, Brad. Y'all help me out. Help me out. They say that you ain't stayed on. In every past frustration, and take all of your problems, better put them in quotation. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Try that. Say what you need to say. 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 Come on, hear that, baby. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head, looking up the same knowing you'll be better off instead. If you can only say what you need to say. If you don't mind, you can put your candles in there, baby. Come on. Say what you need to say. Come on. Say what you need to say. 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 Have no fear of giving in. Have no fear of giving over. You better know that in the end, it's better to say too much, but to never get the chance to say it again. If you don't mind, if you leave your cameras right here, if you don't mind, real quick. So even if your hands are shaking and your faith is broken and your eyes are closing, do it with the heart wide open. I think y'all got it now, so everybody just say it one time. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Y'all sound good. Say what you need to say. 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 I just want to tell you that I'm glad you're here today. I just want to tell you that you will be okay. You will be okay. You will be okay. You'll be okay. You will be okay. You will be okay. You'll be okay. One time, if you want to say it again, one time. Say what you need to say. 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 Last time, everybody said. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Thank y'all so much. But this concludes our welcome program. Right before we go, let's give it up for Eva, drum and dance with Imani and Abu and James. Real quick, you guys will be able to see them right out on the south lawn. So, guys, we want you to begin to get ready. So we're going to move to the south lawn at this moment. That's why you have any announcements. Oh, before we move really quick, we have a group photo. He is right there. If you look up, I need everybody just turn around really quick before we leave out here. He's standing right there. So, and hold your candles up, look real quick. Hold your candles up, look all the way up. We're in the Capitol today. Hold your candles up real quick. You ready? One more. When survivors speak. Could you please go out this way to this exit right here? I'm pointing that way. We're standing over here. Somebody's waving their hand. If you can go that way, this way here. Let's go this way. This way.